With U.S. troops prepared to withdraw from Iraq's major cities, top U.S. officials wait to assess the results. It marks a milestone for both countries that would like to see security maintained by a sovereign Iraq.
The Iraqis are going to have to learn themselves how to deal with these situations, how to hunt down the terrorists, how to prevent the kind of sectarian violence that we've seen in the past, and how to bring their country together.
But U.S. officials are marking this milestone with little fanfare.
It's not really the big step. The big step comes next, which is the actual withdrawal of U.S. combat troops from the country.
U.S. troop withdrawal from Iraq's major cities is a milestone as part of the Status of Forces Agreement. If the transition is successful, it shows that Iraq is on its way to independent stability. But if violence erupts as a part of military presence not being there, the fear is that it will lead to massive bloodshed.
Anytime there's a bombing in Iraq, we are concerned. Anytime there's loss of innocent life or the loss of military personnel, we grieve for their families, and it makes us pay attention.
Despite public unease, Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki has expressed his approval to see American troops leave and has urged Iraqis to remain courageous despite continued violence. Ahead of national elections next year, al-Maliki is portraying himself as the leader who defeated terrorism and ended the U.S. occupation.
The current Iraqi government gets a lot of political mileage out of getting the U.S. forces out and all the declarations they have about it, essentially exerting sovereignty and also demonstrating that they can handle their own affairs.
But continued fighting between Sunnis, Shiites, and Kurds threaten to undermine stability in the country, igniting a civil war.
The question really is going to be, once we draw down and there are fewer American troops, less visibility, and much less capacity to actually intervene if something goes wrong, will the situation remain stable?
There are still about 131,000 U.S. troops in Iraq, including 12 combat brigades, and the total is not expected to drop below 128,000 until after the Iraqi national election expected in January. For Press TV, Colin Campbell, Arlington, Virginia.